Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to have a nice chain as a Crusader. Hope you enjoy! I must warn you that I have some trouble focusing right now, so I have some trouble focusing. One says, Day 1 cleric claim. Any TP chains? 5 says, I'm spy. 11 says, 5, you are death. 12 says, 5 is the purple spy. 13 says, good luck, have fun. 1 says, time to kill random town. Okay, let's go on 2, because of the name is death. To be honest, I'm afraid to visit as a Crusader night 1. Maybe let's go on 1, since no one whispered them instead. Decisions. Let's go on 1. And they didn't get attacked. Wow, 3 people died. 3 was Baker. They were killed by a jinx. So there is a jinx in the game. Rest in peace in 2-4, the investigator. They were killed by the Coven. They were checking 11. I whispered to 1, hi, I am TP as well. Is the chain still... Hi, I am TP, rest in peace to 13, the lookout, they were killed by a Crusader. Okay, I didn't kill it, so there is another Crusader. I whispered to 1, hi, I am TP as well, do you still need the chain? 1 says, sure. I say, okay, nice. 12, the investigator says that 6 has no crime. 5 says, spy, backstab, night 1, witch to 10. 14 says, thanks, Crus, lookout deserved it. I say, poor lookout. 12 says, is it only 2 TI? 11 says, so we have jinx and witch. 1 says, none said chain, so I said, okay. I will kill a random town. I say, TIs, please post. 8 says, I mean 2 TIs are dead. 12 says, yeah, fair. 5 says, VFA. 12 says, would be a 6 TI game then. I say, VFA then, I am TP. 8 claims TS, 11 claims TS. 2 claims TK. 12 says, vote for time. Okay, so I write down that there is another Crus, witch game. There's also jinx. So 5 is spy. Oh my gosh, they claimed vigilante in a witch game? What? 12 says, why would you claim Vigi in a witch game? 5 says, 10 claim. 8 says, 6 next claim. 12 says, 6 claim. I say, open claiming Vigi in a witch game. 5 says, 6 claim to invest. 12 says, do we have a lookout at least? 9 says, up 1. 12 says, 6 never claimed invest. 5 says, which is gonna kill with 2. 9 says, he's calling me evil for no reason. 2 says, bro, I literally claimed TK and you all voted me still. Well, that was a vote for time. 9 says, and so you can call. Okay, let's go on 1. Seems like they are confirmed Crusader. And the chain would be so nice. I write that I'm chaining with 1. If I die, get them. just in case they aren't the confirmed Crusader. 12 claims investigator. 5 is a spy, I wrote that down already. Nice! I saw 15 visit my target. I attacked someone visiting 1, and 1 was attacked. Nice, we healed each other. Just in peace to 2, they were destroyed by a berserker. Not the best day. Found crumbs in the bed. A weird suck situation. Victim was rather rude. What is the death note? Rest in peace to 12. The violin. They were shot by a vigilante. Nice shot, VG. So the witch didn't control them. Interesting. Also, it's good that the violin is gone because they could read all the whispers. Oh, yeah. I killed the Crusader. I forgot. Oh, I killed the Jinx. I forgot. It says 15 is Jinx. I says bug 2. PB burst visited. I say thank you for saving me, Crus. Jinx was gonna kill me. One says, okay, this is actually isn't too bad for town, methinks. 8 says, witched. 1 says, Jinx had book. 14 says, thanks, 9. 9 says, oh, too late, 15 died. 5 says, PB, witch, and burst are evils we know currently. I say, yep. 1 says, Jinx had book, as they attacked me as well. 1 says, alright. I whisper to 1, makes sense. 9 says, 1 is whispering to all. 1 says, so, 1, what are you? 1 says, I don't know. 8 says, witch not controlling VG through, to be honest. 1 says, maybe I will go check my day 1 claim. 9 says, I find him sus. 5 says, Coven knew all whispers. 14 says, why would witch be on VG with Crus in? I say, 1 is fine. 9 says, and what are you whispering? This is the defense. 1 is sus. All I did. Okay, 6 decided to disconnect for some reason. 9 says, I told you about 15, but he died. 14 says, 1 is Crus, I'm 90% sure. I say, 1 is Eno, and I can vouch for them. 9 says, I'm TI. Oh my gosh, why didn't you post earlier? 9 says, what TI? 9 says, that's all. 1 says, guilty this evil grime. 5 says, guilty. 11 says, yeah. 1 says, hee hee. And this wasn't even Jester. 14 says, definitely Jester, by the way. 11 says, this was witch, I reckon. 1 says, oh, well, and this was a legit sheriff. No. I say, what? 5 yells, brah. 11 says, what? I say, what was that play? And there are even no results in their will. They just... 5 says, claim day 2 if you're TI. They didn't even have any results in their will. Okay, so 6 disconnected. What's 10? 10 didn't claim. 14. 14 didn't claim as well. They could be the evils. I attacked someone visiting 1 and 1 was attacked last night. Nice! So I gotta say that I've had trouble focusing this game. My palms were sweaty. And that's why I didn't update my will when it comes to saving 1. Rest in peace to Soul Collector, they disconnected for some reason. And 10 was the Plague Bearer who was killed by the Coven. Things are not looking good for Apocalypse. Rest in peace to 11, the Berserker. I killed them. So there were 4 Apocs and all of them died. Except for 6 because they disconnected. Whoa. That's not what you see every day. 5 says, Bug, which visited 10? 1 says, 4 Apoc this game, all dead. 8 says, bro, Apoc wiped out in one night, lol. 14 says, poor an A. I say, what's 14? 5 says, 14 roll. 14 says, socialite. Something seems fishy about this. 8 says, no one hit your... I say, nope. 1 says, I mean... Also, you're fake because 1 would see unknown obstacle. 1 says, he did say he invited me. 14 says, what's 7 and 8? 8 claims admirer. On 5. 1 says, he invited me. You know, my intuition screams that 14 is evil. Why are they voting confirmed Crus? What the hell? 1 says, tarnation it. Something is off here. I say, is it Coven majority since 1 Coven is dead? Actually, there were 2 dead, but I didn't notice. 1 says, everyone Eno. 8 says, 2 Coven dead. 14 says, has 7 claimed? 1 says, I don't even get why. I say, Eno this, I am TP, claimed day 2. Five says, has anyone been blocked? 1 says, meh. Who is the confirmed Crusader? I don't think we have 2 TP. Little did they know. I say, did anyone hit unknown obstacle? 8 says, I mean 7 was attacked, no? 5 says, I haven't heard anything. 14 says, Eno. I say, true. 1 says, 7 was attacked. 14 says, yeah, Eno. 14 says, damn. 7 didn't even full claim. Crazy. I say, why would I full claim when there could be... And that was switch. Nice. I say, why would I full claim when there could be read? It says, yep. 1 says, I mean, I don't need 7 to do that. 8 says, Karma killing is jinx, there is no read. I say, GG's! We won this! TP chain OP! 14 says, 7 is still evil. 12 says, I think Kevin could have won this game if 2 realized that vote for time is vote for time. I say, Lamar, I was confirmed Crusader. Here are all the roles that we've had in this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here are the ones that might interest you as well. See you soon in the next one.